Hey guys, Bobbee Denise here with an exclusive interview with Jarrett Payton.
What's going on?
How are you today?
I can't complain. Life is good.
Of course, he's the son of the late, great Walter Payton. We all know and love Sweetness. How did the name come about for him?
I think it was just, the ability not to just be a great football player, but also to be a nice guy off the field and giving back to the community and setting up foundations and doing stuff for the kids was a real big reason why I think they call him Sweetness. Plus, his moves on the field were just so sweet. You just could, everybody's like, man, look at that sweet move. And he just did things that we never really seen before. And now we're starting to see him more as time goes on.
Sounds good. So growing up as a kid and then becoming a teenager and a young adult, did you feel any pressure to be like your father, just like your father, or, close to how great he was?
I did have pressure just because a lot of parents and people who are older than me put pressure on me. But my dad always told me just to be myself and be better than him, and that's what he would always teach me. And so as a young age, I just kind of understood that there was only going to be one Walter Payton, and that I had to figure out how to be Jarrett Payton, and I had to figure out how to become my own person and make my own name. And I didn't really stress about it. I stressed more about it, I would say, probably trying to be like him off the field, not on the field, because he was such a great person. I want people to remember me as a great person when I'm gone.
Okay. Now, we do know that you did play football in school. Was that something of your own choice, or were everybody just saying go ahead and play football because it's probably in the genes that you really enjoy it and having fun doing it?
Yeah, I did. I enjoy playing sports. I've been playing sports ever since I was 3 years old. So for me, I played soccer growing up. I didn't play organized football until my junior year in high school. And so people think that I've been playing football my entire life, and no, I didn't. I only started, when I was in high school. So I had an opportunity to really enjoy the game, and I got beat up pretty bad my first year, my junior year, and I wanted to get better. So it just pushed me. I've always been a motivated person. So, if things don't go right, I don't give up. I just try to get better.
Okay. Like you stated, you did play soccer. As Ernie told me, hey, Ernie, if you could go back and do it all over again, which would you pursue more and harder, soccer or football? Because apparently you were a phenomenal soccer player, and you even thought about trying out for the Chicago Fire, I believe.
Yeah, see, it's crazy. Ernie's always giving away my secrets. But I read a lot, and I've been reading a lot now, and there's this part of this book that I'm reading, and it says to be a master of your craft, you have to put in over 10,000 hours. And I look at the time that I put in, playing soccer, I definitely exceeded that limit. But in football, I don't know if I ever did. So to truly be great at something, you have to be able to put in a lot of time. And I started later in football. If I had an opportunity now, I would go back and try to see where I would ended up and where I would be if I played soccer. But then that would change everything that's happened to me, though. It would change, probably me being married to my wife and having the son that I have now. So I don't know if I would change anything. Everything has worked out the way that it's supposed to.
Okay. Now, speaking of son, how does it feel to be a new dad?
It's kind of crazy just because, I don't have a father around now. So, I had my dad for 19 years of my life, and now I have to teach my son, the things that my dad taught me, and I can't ask him questions like, Dad, what'd you do when you did this? But I still see a lot of my son, a lot of my dad in my son. And he has been a blessing to not just me and my wife, but to our whole entire family. He's brought us closer together, and to see my mom and my sister just enjoying it and enjoying him and spending the time with him. Man, you thought you could love your wife or your spouse. Loving your son and your daughter is just on a totally different level,
So after your son was born, the way you view things before he was born, has everything changed and you see things a lot different?
Yeah, I don't listen to a lot of rap music no more. I'm strictly country now, straight country music. Really? Yeah, country. You know why it changed a little bit? Because in the car and stuff that I listen to on my iPhone, I can't play in the car when he's in the car. And I know you can get the clean versions and all that. I don't have time to go get the clean versions. I get the version that's out there and I play it. And so I just play the country and I play, you know, some R&B, and he just loves it. So I'm getting him started early. Hopefully he'll turn out to be a NASCAR fan like his pops.
NASCAR. You're just an all-around sports individual.
I change up the game, but what everybody's into, I'm into, but I try to take it a little bit further. Like there's more out there. And I think people get scared to kind of jump outside the box. I've always been like that. I never followed anybody as a kid, and I've always been like that. So I always like to try new things. And if people would understand, go out there and try some new stuff, and you'll see that there's more out there than just what you see in, you know, your neighborhood or what your friends are looking at.
Right. So, of course, we have you Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on the Jarrett Payton Show.
Yes.
That's your radio show. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yep. ChicagolandSportsRadio.com is where you can find me and Sean M. Davis one on Twitter, and my boy at Ryan Blazin. I mean, we get it in. Hashtag best show. Hashtag Team JPS. I mean, we gets it in. It's sports, life, and everything in between. It's not just sports, it's a way of life. And we try to give people what's going on, the real facts, not just what's on the surface, but below the surface. Because sometimes people just want to give you, you know, the nice appetizer and just fluff it up a little bit. We don't fluff up anything. We give you what's real, our opinions. It's a great show, so I hope people can tune in.
So what's next for Jarrett Payton within the next 5 to 10 years? Of course, you do have this new alcoholic beverage out.
Yeah, I got a beer out in Chicago. It's called the Jarrett Payton All-American Wheat Ale. It can be found at Benny's or any of your local places down, like bars in the city. And if they don't have it, ask them to go and get it. Tell their Miller Coors reps to go get it and bring it in. It's a great beverage, especially for right now because it's a wheat ale, and that's great for the summertime. So we've been doing that and really pushing the beer, and I think the next 5 to 10 years, I'm going to be somewhere. I mean, things are just happening right now. God's been blessing me in the last 4 months, and everything's been happening for a reason. I just been ready for my opportunities. Like, I think that's what kids need to understand and people need to understand. You can harp about not having what you want, but if you're not putting in the work and when that time does come, you're not ready, it's going to pass you by. Like, make sure that you're ready for your opportunities, and that's all you can really do. That's all you have control over. And so that's what I've been doing. So, yeah, got some big things happening. Wish I could tell you right now. You're just going to have to see.
I see. You keep dancing around, and you're like, I got some things happening. I've been doing some stuff. I'm like,
I'll just say
okay,
this.
what is it?
I'll just say this. It's 4 letters, and it's going to be a national show, and it will be on Saturdays at 10 o'clock.
ESPN?
Yes. So we'll be, yeah, man, we doing some big things now. I haven't signed a contract yet, so I can't say it yet, but yeah, you know.
Well, good luck to you with that. Of course we'll be watching. Who doesn't watch ESPN?
Everybody watches ESPN, man. That's the mothership.
Right. So I really appreciate you doing this interview with us and giving everybody out there in BeeTV an exclusive interview.
Yeah, watch out for her. You gotta watch out for her.
Why?
Because no, in a good way. Watch out for her. She's doing big things. She's doing her thing, and it's Bobbee Denise, baby.
Ah, I like that.
That's what you do, man.
Okay, so if that's the case, can I get some tickets to the Bears game?
No, cut this tape.
What?